Yeah, hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're joining me from. Yeah, this is day two, and section four of the Brand Visibility and Influence Summit. Ah, Today has been really awesome. We had back-to-back sections in the morning. Yesterday was simply off the charts from Ni Soyinka sharing his heart out on how you can brand yourself from inside out. And also, we went on to Jamel Pajol, who shared on leadership and your personal brand. And also, this morning, Mary shared on your purpose and your personal brand. All right, she was simply on fire, practically on fire. All right, our passion was off the charts. All right, and then she shared very, very deeply from her experience. And I could tell you that her life and that of those who were part of the sections in the morning will never remain the same again. And then one man on fire took it on from that level, sharing on relationship, and your personal brand. And he was able to bridge that connection between relationship and your personal brand. And then he shares on how you can actually build relationships or connections, and then so that you can be able to position yourself beyond borders, because he has been able to do that beyond different continents, be able to connect between different continents. And then we had Fumi Omotosho shared very deeply. All right, like I said, that section was just a mind tasking section where she shared about your connection, your temperaments and your personal brand. Okay, how your personality affects what you do and how you can position yourself to be able to build your visibility and influence, not just only locally, but globally. All right. And that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome tonight. Pretty awesome today. All right. Back to back sections. Uh, so that sections that were mind blowing, mind tasking. And then we're going to wrap it up tonight, this evening section on the Brand Visibility and Influence Summit. And I have in the room already, wow, a brother, a friend, and someone that I look up to for several, a couple of months and years. He's a certified John Maxwell coach and trainer. Of course, it's in our DNA. All right. He's been doing awesome job in the space. He's a business consultant. But before I bring him up to the room, I want to check out if we have a few persons joining us right now. Oh, yeah. There are some persons who are joining us live already. And then let me see if you're joining us live. If you're joining us live, let's know your name. All right. Let's know your name and where you're logging from. Wherever you're logging from, your name, where you're logging from. And then just give a shout out. All right. Just a shout out to our guest speaker, and then just a shout out to everyone. Okay. If you're joining, all right. This summit is being streamed on our Facebook community, the Leading Beyond Success community, and also live on YouTube. All right. So I believe we have a very amazing section today, as my brother Othman Abdulrahim. I don't know. I keep Abdulrasheed. Sorry, I keep missing that word. We got a friend who's called Abdulrahim. So I'm always missing that name. But tonight, I know tonight is going to be an amazing section. So in another 1 or 2 minutes, I'll be bringing it up right on. All right, to quickly share. I don't want to take too much time, because I know he has a lot that's going to share today, because I know that topic is something that he has done justice to and is going to be doing more and more justice to it tonight. So I just want to quickly just do this and then get out of the way so that he can actually share. So in another minute, I'm going to bring him up. But before then, like I said, if you are joining in, I see some people joining us already. All right, if you're joining in, please let us know your name. So let me put that scrolling behind. Let me put that so that can scroll. All right. So thank you for joining the live stream of the Brand Visibility and Influence Summit. Let us know where you're joining from, your name, and your location. And also, all right, if you're joining on the community, all right, look at the top of this video. You can click on the StreamYard app so that when you make comments, all right, we can be able to share that on the video. So put another video and your face or your picture can also show. All right. So please let us know. Also engage. All right. Whatever that resonates with you in the course of the conversation, drop that in the comment section. We'll project that on the video, of course. That gives you visibility too. All right. So help us, all right, engage in the comments. We're going to put that out, shout out, give us shout out, and also ensure that you are active. All right. Thank you so much for joining, everyone who's joining right now. Also, you have some people in the community. You can also let just if you know one or two persons that need to join this conversation tonight. This is the climax of the Brand Visibility and Influence Summit, right? We're going to be sharing the money today, right? The money, all right? Othman is going to be sharing on personal branding in the digital economy. How do you develop a strong, solid brand strategy that makes money? Yeah, it's the money part today, all right? And he's a business consultant, has done this for several years. He's going to be sharing that part. So if you know one or two persons that need to be part of tonight's conversation, invite them right now to join this conversation. Right, share the link, go on YouTube, just type my name. You're going to see this live on YouTube. All right, and then make sure you subscribe and then set up the notification button so that the next section you can get the notification. So right now, we're going to go right straight on into the conversation. Like I said, I don't want to get out of your way as soon as possible so that I bring on into the room. Awesome. So I'm going to be right now bringing up my friend and brother. All right, it's a John Maxwell certified coach, an author, a business consultant who's going to be sharing tonight on the Brand Visibility and Influence Summit on personal branding in the digital economy. Personal branding in the digital economy. How do you develop a strong, compelling, solid brand strategy that makes money? All right, let's bring on right now into the conversation Othman Abdulrasheed, all the way from Abuja, as he shares with us. Thank you so much, sir, for I know you're busy this season, taking your time out to be here tonight on this conversation. Okay, let's see how to put that in. Tonight on this conversation, sharing. All right, there's so much you've done on the GMP group. Your Monday huddles have been very, very tasking, very, very mind-blowing sections. I don't know. I always miss. I don't know. I always miss Monday. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't get
I
notifications
think
on my Telegram group.
Monday is usually a busy day for everybody.
Very, very busy. Very, very busy. So I get to always listen to the replay. And those sections have been really, really mind-blowing. I said, who else is the best person to actually share the money part in the Brand Visibility and Influence Summit? And that's why we're here today. Thank you, sir, for honoring my invitation to be a part of this amazing summit. All right. So, like I said, this is being streamed on my community, the Learning Be Your Success community, and also live on YouTube. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Terry, for inviting me. I'm super excited. Anytime I have the opportunity to speak to people in general, whether business owners, whether people that are not business owners, I'm always excited because I believe that each of us has a passion, each of us has a purpose on earth. And I feel that my purpose is to help people to live their own purpose, right? And the honest truth is, one of the reasons why I chose to become a business consultant and coach is because I believe that the highest form of purpose, right, is creating a business, is birthing a business. And I'll tell you why. And this is just, to segue into what we're going to talk about. Now, you cannot create a product if you don't believe in yourself. Because what does creating a product mean? What does taking a product to market mean? Is that not only do you believe in yourself, but you believe in that product that you think that other people will buy it. And one of the reasons why people will even listen to you is if you've been able to brand yourself as the person that needs to be listened to. I'll tell you an interesting thing and why branding is very important. You see, the best product, or rather the best known product, will outsell the best product all the time. Right? I'll say it again. The best known product will outsell the best product all the time. And what does that mean? It means that a lot of times people are too focused on, I want my product to be the best, but then they don't spend enough time marketing their products. They don't spend enough time creating a brand around their product. So, and the honest truth is that how you create your brand, that is where the money is. The money is in the brand that you create. Look, for example, when we want cars, what does a car do? It's simple. It's very simple. A car moves you from point A to point B. That's all, right? So that's what a car does. A car moves you from point A to point B. But here's the interesting thing. Why is it that a Mercedes Benz will cost sometimes even 10 times more than a Toyota Corolla? Why? It's branding, right? And so that's why branding is very important. And what I'm going to share with us today, and branding the digital economy, and why the digital economy. The honest truth is that if COVID-19 taught us anything, it showed us that the world lives online now, right? If you're not growing your business in the digital economy, then honestly, I don't know what you're doing, right? You need to be able to grow your business in the digital economy. And right now, we're in a place where everybody's online, everything is online, and a lot of businesses are leveraging on that. Let me give you a quick example before we go into it. You see, Netflix is one of the biggest businesses that grew and boomed during the lockdown, during the whole pandemic. Why did that happen? It happened because they had started positioning themselves, and then it came at a point where they just easily took off. And let me tell you what happened. Netflix used to be a company where they used to, you rent CDs, you rent DVDs. I don't know if any of you could remember those days growing up. We used to have, CD shops near our places. And I know growing up in Kaduna, we had one near my house. And if, in fact, before it became CDs, it used to be cassettes. So you go in there, you rent cassettes, you pick it up, they'll give you for 3 days, you go and use it, listen to it, and then you go, right? So one of the things that that did was that was how the Netflix model started. They started by renting out DVDs, CDs, and those kind of things, and then they now transformed themselves into an organization whereby now what they do is that they stream those movies that they used to rent out. So now they stream it live, and then they now further reinvented themselves, and now they don't only stream live, but they now create the content. So the question now I'm going to ask you is, when you think about Netflix, what do you think of? You think of entertainment, you think of movies, you think of amazing content. So the question I'm going to ask you now is, when your name comes up, what do people think? A lot of people think branding is about the colors, is about your font, your what you call it, your logo, your color, your design. That's not branding, right? That's a branding element. But the major thing about branding is the promise that you are making to your customers, to your colleagues, to your family, to anybody. And this brand visibility covers everything. Now, the interesting thing is this, right? What is that promise that you have made to people? So let me give you an example, and I'm going to let me use family first, as I'll use family as an example. Imagine someone that is a father, right? And every time the father comes back home, he's either shouting on the children, or he's beating the children, or something, to the point where the children now know the father's horn. When they hear the horn from the beginning of the road, what would they do? They will all scamper and run. What does that mean? That means that the father's promise is that once I'm around, you will chop king. As the father's brand, right? So the question now is, when people see you online, when people hear your name, what is that promise that they know that you keep? It has nothing to do with your colors. Your colors are part of the brand, your branding, but the main thing is that promise. So I'll give you an example. A lot of people own businesses, and they keep a promise. They promise you something. So for example, let's use like I think it was Pizza Hut or so. Pizza Hut in America, they said, you get it in 30 minutes or else you don't have to pay. That brand, what I'm saying is that they will give you fast pizza. A lot of times you go into fast food joints and the food is not fast and it's not even food, right? So they failed in their brand promise. For example, FedEx, one of the things FedEx said is that when you absolutely have to send it overnight, and that's their brand promise, that's their brand. And they've promised that if you need to send something overnight, use FedEx. So the question now is, when people think about you, what is it that what will they say? What comes to their mind? And there are three elements in creating your brand to make money from it. The first element is your customer. Who are you serving? Right? And I'm looking at this from the business perspective, right? Who are you serving? But you can also look at it in any other perspective. Who are you currently serving? Who are you called to serve? Understanding that person that you're called to serve helps you to come up with the brand strategy that you require. If you're not able to if you're not able to understand who your ideal customer is, right, then how do you know how to serve them, right? Now, the issue a lot of people have is, and I'll give you a bit of background, right? How do you identify who your ideal customer is? And I know that a lot of people say it, you hear business coaches say it, you see it on Instagram, they're always telling you who's your ideal customer, who's your ideal customer. But people find out that, oh, listen, I don't know how to identify who my ideal customer is. And I'll tell you, there are two ways you can identify who your ideal customer is. Most times, right? Most times, you are your ideal customer a few years ago. Whatever product or service you're selling, whatever thing you're doing right now, it came from a need that you had a few years ago, right? And then when you were able to overcome that need, then you saw that, look, this particular thing can even become a business. And then you now decided to create a business out of it. So most times you were your ideal customer a few years ago. Think about it. When I started business coaching, one of the things, okay, so one of my signature courses is the Business Accelerator Challenge. And what do we do in the Business Accelerator Challenge is to help business owners set up things like email marketing, set up things like online marketing and all that. Now, how did I come to the realization that business owners needed that service? It was because a few years ago, when I first started my business, I wanted to do email marketing and I couldn't, right? I didn't know how to do it. So what happened? I now went, I went to pay someone to do email marketing for me, right? To teach me email marketing. And the funny thing is that after, spending like 20,000 naira, I didn't get to learn email marketing, right? It was even worse. And so I realized that, look, if I went through that problem, it means that there are so many other business owners that are going through that problem as well. And then I created that course. That has been one of my, biggest income earners, right? So understanding who your ideal customer is. Now, like I said, you are your ideal customer a few years ago. Another way that you can understand who your ideal customer is that when you look at currently who you're serving, if you have customers right now, are there some customers that you just enjoy doing business with? Are there some customers that anytime they call you, you're like, oh my God, I love this customer? They are your ideal customer. So what you want to do, what do you want to do with this information? It's simple. What you do is you identify how best can you serve them. What is the thing that they require? And then when you understand what they require, then you can know how best to serve them. So the major thing you need to do is to understand who your ideal customer is, right? And then when you're trying to create product or services for them, there are three things that you want to look at, right? And that's how you break down your customer segment. In any business, listen, we're talking about how do you, brand strategies to make money. If you're not making money, then, you're not really doing much, right? So how do you do that? Is to segment your market. And I'm going to tell you, each market is segmented into three key areas. What are those three key areas? The first is the premium market. The second is the middle class. And the third is the mass market. Now, I'll tell you, how can you identify each of those places? Now, you see, the premium market are majorly, they are concerned about certain things. Each market is concerned about certain things, and then you need to be able to position yourself to provide that thing that they want. So the premium market, they are concerned about quality and customer service. That's what the premium market wants. They are concerned about quality and customer service. They don't care about anything else. Now, the middle class, they are concerned about customer service and price. Now, I'll explain it further. While the mass market are concerned about price and quality, they don't care about customer service. So here's how you look at it. You see, and what does customer service mean? The customer service just means your time. Because as a business owner, the one resource that you don't have is your time. So the premium guys, they want quality product or services, but they also want your time. So which is why you wonder that why would someone go and buy a Mercedes Benz, for example, or why would someone go and buy a Lamborghini, for example? It's because not only are they going to get that quality, but there's a customer service. So, for example, you see that a lot of people, when you buy a brand new Mercedes, you can have 1 year warranty and 1 year service. So once you walk into any of the Mercedes dealership, they will treat the car for you free. That's one of the things, right? So let's even come to service. A premium customer, when you pay someone premium money, what happens? They will spend time in your business. The sad thing is that middle class customers, right, are being treated like premium customers. How does that happen? Remember, we said premium customers care about quality and customer service. They don't care about price. So whatever price you are giving them, they will pay for it. But the problem is the middle class, they care about price, but they also want the same customer service that the premium guys want. Right? If they will spend the same, they want your time that the premium guys want. Now, the mistake a lot of business owners make is that they now spend so much time chasing the middle class that they don't even have enough time to nurture and provide value to the premium customers. Meanwhile, those people that they are chasing, they think that those are the premium customers. But guess what? Those guys are not premium because they are not going to pay you premium. They will always price you like crayfish, right? And then the last customer segment is the mass market, whereby they don't care about customer service. They just want good price and quality. And to them, quality is quantity. So they want the cheapest product and as much of those products. So when you are creating a product or service, you need to understand which customer am I serving. If you have decided that you are a premium brand, right? If you have decided that you are a premium brand, understand that you should charge well, but you are providing quality and customer service. So you will be at the service, at the beck and call of your customers. If you decide that your brand is a premium brand. If you decide that your brand is a middle class brand, know that the customers that you're serving will want some of your time, but you are not going to give them too much of your time. But understand that they will always price you. They will always try to, price you. So when you are positioning yourself as a middle class brand, you need to understand that. And then when you're positioning yourself as a mass market brand, you need to understand that mass market don't care about customer service. They just want plenty things at a cheap price. So it depends. You can decide to run to do your brand in any of these three categories. And that's why I started with that so that you can understand what do you want your brand to be about. Do you want to be a premium brand? Do you want to be a middle class brand, or do you want to be a mass market brand? So let me give you an example. Right? So let's talk about coffee, for example. Coffee. When you go to just any Nishai place or any place, roadside store, and you buy coffee, what do? You buy the sachet type. That's a mass market product. because first of all, its price is cheap at a particular quantity. But when you now want to move coffee to a middle class brand, what happens? You now start thinking about customer service a bit. And what's that? A customer service, a coffee that is middle class is the type that you go into any cafe and buy. You just go to a cafe, they have the coffee there, you buy it, and you walk away. It's the same coffee, nothing is different. Now, how do you now say a coffee is premium? Think about places like Starbucks, think about high-end places whereby it's the same coffee, but the customer service, the ambience is different. So even if you have a physical store, right, and you want to cater to premium people, you need to understand that premium people will pay for whatever, but they want the ambience to be good. So don't go and be trying to be cheap because you're trying to, reduce price for them. No, give them the full price, but give them the good quality and give them the ambience. For the middle class people, they don't really care about so much about ambience. They just want, a bit of customer service. So that's how you break it down, right? So once you understand this, the next thing that you want to do is to now understand what is your value proposition. So remember, I said the first thing, there are three things to branding in digital economy, right? The first one is understanding who your customer, who's your ideal customer. When you understand your ideal customer, then you now break down your segment. You break down the market into different segments. Now, when you have been able to do that, the next thing you want to do is to now identify what is your value proposition. What is your value proposition? Now, your value proposition is why should anybody buy from you? This is the crux. This is the crux of your branding in the digital age. Why should anybody buy from you? And there's so many reasons why or how you want to do to help people understand why they should buy from you. And it's very simple. Understanding who your ideal customer is, when you understand who they are, you will be able to now position yourself as the person that can best satisfy their need. And what is that need? Each of us as human beings, we are always motivated by two things. Human beings are motivated by two things. We run towards pleasure and we run away from pain. Our motivation in life is always to run towards pleasure or to run away from pain. So you now as a person, you've identified, or as a business, you have identified who your ideal customer is. You need to now identify what is the pleasure that your ideal customer is looking for, right? And then you now identify what is the pain that they are running away from. Two things, right? What is the pleasure that they want to go to, and what is the pain that they are running away from? Once you are able to understand that and you're able to articulate that, then you can now craft your value proposition. So I give you an example. As a business coach, one of the things that my clients are running towards, what's the pleasure that they are running towards, is that they want to make more money, they want to make more sales, they want to be able to grow their business. What is the pain that they are running away from? The pain that they are running away from is their inability to provide for their family, their inability to sell their product, their inability to position themselves. So you see, that's the pleasure and that's the pain. Now, if I come up with any product or service and I tell them that, listen, this product or service will help you grow your business and help you ensure that you are always able to meet up with your family obligations. Do you think that this is a product that they will buy? Of course, because it's showing them the pleasure that they want, and it's showing them that they will be able to overcome the pain that they are running away from. So when you are branding yourself out there in the digital economy, you want to always talk about, or you want to talk in terms of, what is the pain that you can help your customers avoid? For example, one of the reasons why you joined this call, why you're in this brand and brand visibility and influence summit, is because you want to run away from the pain of obscurity. You don't want to be running your business and then nobody even knows who you are. Can you imagine that? You have people, you've been in business for years and nobody knows who you are. Think about it. Think about all the businesses that were so big before, but right now they are obscure. Nobody knows about them, right? I mean, one that comes to mind is if you think about the Bata. Even though I know Bata is coming back, but for a while Bata, nobody heard about them. But in those days, Bata was like in school when you're not wearing Bata shoes, you have not even started. You get? So that's what brand visibility is about. It's about positioning yourself in a way that you are telling your ideal customers that, hey, listen, not only can I help you to achieve the pleasure that you want, but I'll also help you to overcome the pain that you're running away from. So once you're able to do that, then you can now start to position yourself as a brand. So how do you position yourself as a brand? I'll tell you, very simple, right? Once you're able to do that, you now come up with, whether it's a product or a service, you want to craft out the benefits of why they should do business with you. So for example, when I'm talking to business owners, I'll tell them that one of the benefits of doing business with me or signing me up for coaching is that I will help you increase your income. I'll help you make a particular amount of money, right? And that's a benefit, right? Now, but the mistake that a lot of business owners make is that they are more fixated on the features than on the benefits. They are more fixated on the features than on the benefits. And I'll tell you the difference between features and benefits. You see, features are about you as the business owner. So for example, I can tell you that, hey, listen, I'm a John Maxwell certified coach. That's a feature. That's not a benefit, because that's about me. And a lot of us business owners, we are too fixated on our features. We'll tell you that, oh, listen, I'm a so certified so coach. I'm this, I'm this, I'm that. Or if you are selling cars, for example, you say the car is ABS. You say the car is alloy rims. Those are all features. Features are all about the product or the company. Benefit, on the other hand, is all about the customer. So what do you do now? If you want to be able to move to get paid more, to get more clients, and to position yourself, you need to be able to always speak in terms of benefits, not in terms of features. So what do? Ideally, when you list out all your features, because understanding your features will help you to craft your benefits. When you are able to identify all your features, what you now do is that for each feature, you pick it, and then you now say, okay, what is the benefit to the customer of this particular feature? So for example, if I'm going to list out my features, I'm going to say, okay, listen, I'm a John Maxwell certified coach, right? What is that benefit of being certified John Maxwell to you? It means that you are sure that I'm equipped with the tools and the techniques and the information to help you move from where you are to where you want to be. That's a benefit. I'm going to help you move from where you are to where you want to be. That's a benefit, as opposed to a feature. Let me give you another example. And a classic example was when Steve Jobs announced the iPod. So iPod, was a musical device that was created by Apple. Now, what are the features of the iPod? Maybe 512 MB megabytes, silver screen, LED lights, you know how they list features. But what is the benefit? Steve Jobs was able to capture the benefit in an amazing way. When he was talking about launching the iPod, he stepped on stage, and do you know what he said? He said, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the future of music. This device is 1,000 songs in your pocket. That was all. That's all he said. Now, let me give you the background. Look at it that in those days, for you to listen to music, you had to carry Walkman or Discman. I don't know if any of you can remember that. Right? In those days, it was Walkman or Discman or, some sort of something clunky. And imagine in a world where people were using Walkman and Discman, whereby the only thing you can listen to is 12 songs at a time, which is what is in the CD. If you want to listen to more than that, you have to have a CD rack that you're carrying on your body and walking around it. So imagine how clunky it is. But then somebody comes and says, 1,000 songs in your pocket. That's a huge benefit. So, and guess what? What was the pleasure that people wanted? People wanted to be able to listen to music remotely. What was the pain they were running away from? They were running away from the pain that for them to listen to music and a wide variety of music, they had to carry a lot of devices. Right? They had to carry their Walkman, they had to carry their CD rack with all their CDs inside. But then Steve Jobs, understanding who his ideal customer is, understanding the motivation of his ideal customer, he now came up and said, listen, I've come up with a product and it will give you 1,000 songs in your pocket. How cool is that? Now, the question I'm going to ask you watching this, right, is are you able to itemize and understand what is the pain of your customers and then create a product or a service to help them overcome that pain? And then when you help them overcome that pain, are you now able to articulate it in a right way? And what does it mean articulating it in the right way? Is you simply saying, listen, what are the features of this product? So you list all the features, and then for each feature you want to now tie it with a benefit. How does it benefit the client? Once you're able to tie it with a benefit, then you have your value proposition, which is the second thing that you need to understand in creating a brand visibility. The third and final thing is your customer channels. Where can you reach out to your customers? Because that's the major thing. I want you to think about it that your customer segment is who is hungry for your food. Your value proposition is the food that you have prepared. And then your customer channel is you carrying the plate and giving your customer. If you know who your customer is and you have prepared food, but you don't carry it in a plate and give them, will the customer eat? No. And if the customer doesn't eat, you don't get satisfied, you don't get fed as well, you don't get the money. So the channel is the most important part. Now, talking about the channel, right? Talking about the channel, how do we what channel strategy that do you want to use? You now look at it and say, okay, these are my ideal customers. Where can I find them? Where are they situated? Where can I present myself so that I can provide these services that they require, right? Where can you find their ideal customers? And in the digital economy, it's very simple. Online, right? So I'm going to teach you a channel strategy that you can use online, right? And that's what we're talking about, right? And that's where we're ending with this, right? So online channels, what are the online channels? Online channels are channels that are online, right? So we're going to concentrate on online channels. And what are the channels? And the honest truth, I'll start with the easiest. The easiest channel for you to grow your business. Hey, I don't know if you guys are ready, but the easiest channel for you to grow your business is WhatsApp. Yes, I said it. WhatsApp. It might seem crazy, right? But it's WhatsApp. It might seem like, oh my God, what was this guy saying? Are you for real? Yes, I am for real. The easiest way to grow your business is WhatsApp. Are you utilizing WhatsApp to reach out to your customers? Now, let me give you an example. You see, marketing and sales is a numbers game. Brand visibility is a numbers game. The more you can be in front of people, right? The more you can be in front of people, the better for you. Now, typically in marketing, it says that you will convert only 10% of the people that see your message consistently. So let's say, for example, you have a product and you want to sell maybe 20 pieces of that product in a time frame. You need to understand that you must be engaging with at least 200 people. And I'm sure you're wondering, you're like, what? 200 people? Are you kidding me? Like, how can I reach out to 200 people? Don't worry, I'll tell you how, right? So you need to be able to reach out to 200 people for you to be able to sell to 20 people. And when I say reach out, I don't mean that you have to meet 200 people one-on-one. No, there's strategy to it. And so that's the strategy I'm going to be sharing with you. You see, WhatsApp has 3 core features that a lot of business owners are not using. The first feature is your WhatsApp status. Now, the honest truth is that there are a lot of business owners that are doing amazing things, but for some reason, they don't share about it on their WhatsApp status. Maybe you might be saying that you are too matured for it. You might be saying that status is for children. Well done, senior. You don't realize that people are cashing out on WhatsApp and you're there complaining that you're broke. Meanwhile, you have not put your product on your WhatsApp status, and you're there forming seniority. Whose seniority help? You're suffering with hunger and you're saying you're too old for WhatsApp status. So the first thing, and here's the interesting thing. If you post on WhatsApp, after 24 hours, you swipe up. If you swipe up, you will see how many people have viewed your status, right? You will see how many people have viewed your status. Now, if you look at it, let's say, for example, on a typical day, 300 people view your status. 300 people. Do you know that is even a higher conversion rate than most of you on Instagram? And you are busy, jumping on Instagram, doing reels, doing video, doing TikTok, doing different things. Let me give you an example. You see, Instagram will only show your post to 10% of your followers. That's what Instagram will do, right? So let's say, for example, you have 3,000 followers. It means that at any point in time, only 300 people have the potential to see your post, to see your post. Out of that 300, only 10 will interact with it. What does interacting with it mean? It means that only 10% will actually, really look at what you posted. A lot of people just swipe and pass. So that's 30 people. Out of those 30, only 10% of that might buy from you. That's 3 people. On the other hand, WhatsApp status, once you post it, you have 300 people seeing your WhatsApp status. Automatically means that 300 people have interacted with it because they saw it. And then out of that 300, you have 10% chance of converting them if you are able to, put your branding message properly, right? So it means that you have 30, you can sell to 30 people. So WhatsApp status is one thing. Always. Now, what's the strategy about WhatsApp status? There are 3 things, right? For anybody to buy from you, they need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you. So anybody that is on your WhatsApp status already knows you. Very simple, right? Everybody that is on your WhatsApp status knows you, because for people to view your WhatsApp status means that they need to have your number on their phone, so they know you. Now, you need to now work on getting them to like you and trust you. How do you get them to like you? Let me ask you a question. How do you get people to like you? If you are a football fan, for example, and you walk into a place, and let's say you are an Arsenal fan, you walk into a place and you see a fellow Arsenal fan, would you be happy to meet that person? Yes, right? Yes. If, let's say, for example, you just recently started playing golf and you see somebody post about golfing, you've been seeing the person's post, but you never really paid attention to it. But all of a sudden, one day you see the person post about golfing. What will happen? You will like the person automatically. Oh, wow, this person is learning the same sports that I'm learning. So the question now is, how do you get people to like you? Is by posting the things that you are interested in. So let's say, for example, you have interest in golfing. Post on your status about golfing. Let's say, for example, you read a book that you found interesting. Post about that book in your status. What is happening? You are beginning to segment out of the 300 people that are seeing your status. You are beginning to segment the few that have things in common with you. That's one of the easiest way to build rapport and to get people to like you, right? Is to post the things that are of interest to you. Now, how do you now, when they start to like you, they're like, oh, okay, wow, this person is a cool person plays golf. So I'll give you an example. For me now, a lot of people online, one of the things that you always see me post consistently is about me running. So I run a lot. I love to run. And I've attracted a lot of people that are runners like me as well. Business owners, people that have become clients as well. So if, let's say for example, you like running and you come onto my page and you see I post something about running, you'll be like, oh wow, okay, this guy's a runner. I like the person. Let me follow the person, right? Another thing that I post about is family. Family is very dear to me, especially on my WhatsApp status, right? Family is dear to me. So what do? I post about family. Anybody that loves family, anybody that is family oriented will say, oh wow, this guy. Let me give you guys an interesting gist. So there's a lady on a Saturday morning, out of the blues. This lady calls me up and says, hi coach, do you know I want to pay for coaching. What's your coaching fee? I told her, and she paid in full. Now, when we had our first session, I had to ask her, I was like, come, wait, it was a Saturday morning, nothing happened. Like, what provoked you to call me and pay for coaching? She said, oh, so that day, funny enough, I had gone for a walk with my kids. So I have two kids, like twins, a boy and a girl. And I'd gone for a walk with them. Now, the funny thing that happened was my son saw a chicken. He loves chasing chickens. So he saw a chicken and he had started chasing it. And so I took my camera and I was videoing him. I was just following him as he was chasing the chicken. I think we won almost a kilometer. He was chasing that chicken inside bush, different places. I was just following him with the camera. It was really cool. And I posted it on my WhatsApp status. So the lady said that it was just because of that thing, that just seeing that connection, she was like, wow, the thing touched her. She was like, you know what? This guy is a great guy. I need to pay him for coaching. Something as simple as my son chasing chickens, right? So, and I'm not saying that that's what you must do, but identify what are the things that, and the funny thing is that it has to be genuine. Your customers can smell if you are faking it. A lot of people will go and fake certain things just because they want to feel among. Meanwhile, they are not even meant to be in that space, right? So, you don't want to fake it. Just post about things that are of interest to you. So that's how you get people to like you. Now, how do you get people to trust you? You get people to trust you by showing them your ability to solve their problem. How do you show them your ability? One is to show them the process. What is the process of solving their problem? Let's say, for example, I'm a tailor. What do I solve? What problem do I solve for people? I solve the problem of them looking good in good attire. So how can I make them trust me? If I show them the behind the scenes process of how I cut the material, of how I sew it, of how I go to purchase. If you notice, a lot of restaurant people these days, you see them, when they go to market, they'll post, how they are wearing rain boots in the market, and they say, oh, you know what, I'm shopping this for my clients. So you are showing them, how you are providing that service for them, right? Another way that you can get people to trust you is by social proof. You see, human beings were social animals. We always gravitate towards what other people gravitate towards. So let's say, for example, you've been able to create a product or a service, and that product or service that you have created, right? You've gotten people that have used it and they've gotten value. When they get value, you now showcase that value on your WhatsApp status. So, for example, I'm on this call with you and I saw someone said, oh, amazing value. I quickly screenshot it, right? So what will happen? I can go and post this on my WhatsApp status and say, oh, super excited that I spoke at the Brand Visibility and Influence Summit organized by Terry, and here's what someone said. Do you understand? So I'm showing social proof. Now, there might be some people that might be, they want to work with me and they've been skeptical. When they see that post, they're like, oh, wow, if other people think this guy is awesome and is amazing, it means that he's amazing as well, right? So they will easily buy from you. So that's how you get people to know you, to like you, to trust you, using your WhatsApp status, right? The next thing that WhatsApp has is the broadcast option. A lot of people, you have the ability to create a broadcast list of 250 people per broadcast list. Let me tell you the funny thing. Let me tell you an interesting thing that you don't know. So 250 people. How many contacts do you have on your phone that are on your WhatsApp? That's one. Two, are you sending them messages consistently, reminding them about what you do? There are a lot of people, a lot of times you are looking for, like they say, the thing that you are looking for in Sokoto is in your Sokoto, right? A lot of people go out there, trying to chase customers, not realizing that your customers that will give you the business that you're looking for are in your phone. So what do you do? Right? What do you do? Create a broadcast list. Start from A. Just be adding people like that, like that, like that, like that on your broadcast list till you get to 250. If you can create 4 of those broadcast lists, if you create 4 of those broadcast lists, that's 1,000 people. And then start sending them messages. Now, when you're adding them, don't just add people randomly, but add people that you think are your ideal clients. And then once you add them, easy peasy, you can now start to grow your business. And you start sending them messages. Now, let me tell you an interesting thing. You might be thinking, oh, how do I start? So here's what you do. When you have created the WhatsApp broadcast, right? Start by sending them a message and saying, hi, my name is Othman. My name is Othman. Over the past 5 years, I have helped business owners. So I'm just telling you what I would do if I was sending. I've helped business owners to grow their business and become more profitable to gain more customers, right? And I realized that one of the biggest ways that people can express themselves is when they create businesses. And so I'm passionate about helping people create, nurture, and grow their business. And so I'm going to be sending you, I decided to put you on a broadcast list. I'll be sending you tips and tricks that you can use that you can deploy in your business to help you dominate your market, right? I will also be sharing with you some offers that I might have, future offers. Why you want to put that clause is because you want to tell them that, listen, these things I'm going to be sending for you, yes, it's free, but I'm going to ask you for money sometime in the future. So let's say, for example, you sell cars, right? You say, look, over the past few years, I've realized that a lot of people struggle with getting original cars. A lot of car dealers, sell accidented cars and sell all sorts of nonsense. And that's why I decided to go into this business. And so I'm going to be sharing with you tips on how to maintain your cars, tricks on how best you can buy good cars. And I will also be sharing with you a few offers that I have of cars that are coming so that you can see it, right? So you're telling them that. And then you're not telling them that, look, if you are not interested, if you don't want to receive any message from me, just reply me with remove, and I will remove you from the list. No hard feelings at all. Check it out. No hard feelings at all. And then you send it. Let me tell you the funny thing, like you don't know. Most people will not say remove. Why? Because we like amebo. We like to know gist. When you tell people that, look, listen, I'm going to be sending you cool stuff, right? And make sure that the cool stuff is in line with your business. So you tell them that, look, if you're not interested, let me know and I'll drop you off the group. They will not say you should drop them because they want to keep receiving those things. So when they don't say remove, what has happened is that they have given you permission to send them as many messages as you can. Every week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever you decide. So you send them that first message. After that, you make sure that you're sending them valuable messages, either tips or tricks. If you sell shoes, send them how they can best take care of their shoes. If you are a restaurant owner, tell them what type of meals are the tastiest. Maybe send them a free cookbook. Sorry, I think I'm off. Okay, yeah, I think I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me clearly. Just let me know in the chat section if you can hear me. Let me see the comments. Whether you can hear me. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay, I think I'm back, right? Okay, so back to what I was saying, right? So once you're able to do that, you can now start sending them messages. So you see, remember I said brand visibility is a game of numbers, right? Brand visibility is a game of numbers. So it's Let me just confirm if I'm back from Terry. Okay, I think I'm back. I don't know. I think there's a bit of okay, we can hear you. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that you can hear me, right? So what you want to do is to identify your, so like I said, when you create that WhatsApp broadcast, so let's say you're able to create 1,000 and then 300 people are seeing your WhatsApp status. What does that mean? It means that 1,300 people will see your messages when you post it out. So what do? You have a weekly plan whereby you send out a broadcast. When you send out a broadcast, that same broadcast, copy it, paste it on your Facebook page. When you paste it on your Facebook page, here's what you do. Screenshot that Facebook page. Let me tell you why you want to share it on your Facebook page. Because you see, Facebook has a way of making it into a fine design. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. When you post something on Facebook and you screen munch it, you see your name and then you see what you posted. It makes it look really fine. So that thing that you have posted, screen munch it and then go back and post it on your WhatsApp status. So what have you done? You have created something that you can easily, you can easily replicate. So you have a case where you are able to send out a broadcast, put it on Facebook, and then screen munch it and post it as well, right? So you've been able to, talk on different channels. So that's one channel. So WhatsApp is one channel. The other channel is your Instagram or your Facebook. How can you dominate your Instagram or your Facebook, right? How can you dominate your Instagram or your Facebook? The best way that you can dominate your Instagram or your Facebook is to understand what is the essence of those apps. Each app has an essence. Now, Instagram started as a photo sharing app, but later they were converted into a they were photo sharing app. They were converted into a video app. Right now, Instagram is a video app. So if all your posts on your Instagram is pictures, you are not utilizing Instagram to the best of your ability, right? What you want to do is to ensure that you are doing the things that are right. So Instagram has morphed into a video sharing app. So what do? To gain more brand visibility, you need to push more video content on your Instagram. And here's an easy way to do it. Think about the pains that your ideal customers are facing. Think about the pleasures that they want to get. How can you help them? Do videos talking about how you can help them. Do posts talking about how you can help them. Then remember, I said that people always buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So how do you get people to know, like, and trust you on Instagram? Make sure that at least once a week, you are going live on Instagram. You do IG live. Let people get to see you. Let people get to interact with you. Talk about the things you are interested in. Once you're able to do that, you'll be like, oh, wow, people like you, people trust you. Oh, then they can start buying from you. So the first one is WhatsApp. The second one is Instagram. The third one is YouTube. YouTube is powerful. One issue that a lot of business owners face is that they don't leverage the power of YouTube. When you leverage the power of YouTube, now what is YouTube? YouTube is the biggest search engine after Google. When you are looking for something, what do? You Google it. But here's another interesting thing. When you are looking to learn how to do something, is it Google you go to or YouTube? It's YouTube. Most times, you're learning to set up your phone has frozen, you want to see how you can unfreeze it, you want to learn how to service your car, you want to learn how to clean your shoe, you go to YouTube. So the question now is, are you creating YouTube videos to help your people, to help your ideal customers get better at one of the things that they want, right? So you utilize YouTube as well. So let me recap, right? Let me recap and we'll end with that. The first thing is understand who your ideal customer is. When you understand who your ideal customer is, you know their pain, you know their what you call it, you know their pain, you know their pleasure. Now, create your value proposition to tell them that, look, I can help you overcome that pain. I can help you. Oh, I can help you overcome that pain. I can help you get that pleasure that you want, right? So you understand who your customer is. Remember, how do you know who your ideal customer is? Most times is, you were your ideal customer a couple of years ago, or identify your current customer that is amazing. So you want to be able to do that. Now, once you do that, you create your value proposition. Once you have created your value proposition, the next thing you want to do is to identify where can you meet them. The three key places that you can meet them is your WhatsApp. In your WhatsApp, make sure you are posting your WhatsApp status. Make sure you are posting on your. Make sure you are sending broadcast. Oh, I forgot to add one more thing. On WhatsApp, you groups. What groups do you belong to? Also leverage the power of groups. Don't just post. Don't come to post on a group where you have not been adding value to them. Like any group you're in, make sure you're interacting, you're adding value, you're celebrating people, so that the day you post things that are passionate about you, people will take action. Right? So WhatsApp. The next thing is Instagram. Make sure that you're sending videos. Make sure you're doing Instagram lives. And then the lastly is the YouTube as well. Here's a hack that you can use. For every time you go live on Instagram, make sure it doesn't reach up to 1 hour. If it doesn't reach up to 1 hour, you can download the video. When you download the video, upload it on your YouTube. That's an easy way for you, so that you don't stress yourself doing too many things, right? So and also, I told you, if you want to be able to also not stress yourself, anything you send as a broadcast, copy it, paste it on your Facebook, screen munch it from your Facebook, and paste it on your WhatsApp status. I hope that what I've shared with you has been able to add value to you. And I want you to know that I believe in your capacity to grow your business and, become better at what you do. So I think at this point in time, I will, end our conversation. I'm super excited that I was invited to be here with you all, and it's been an amazing hour sharing with you as well. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Feel free to ask. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section.
Okay. Thank you so much. I don't think my can you see me? Okay. So much network issues today. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Othman. Okay, let me add him on screen now. Okay. There's so much of, I don't know, the evenings, a lot of network issues, but we need to wrap this up quickly. But there are a couple of questions. Let me see. I think I have one question. Okay, before I talk about questions, let me just put on the screen. Some people say, well done. So I have Diego Kemotola says, well done. Well done, yeah. Thank you, coach, for joining. Thank you for joining, sir. I have someone here says great value. We have uh, comfort. Motala says I'm able to gain great lessons with the little minutes I join in. I'm seeing them here. Thank you for the teaching. Really is educating and inspiring. Which one is this? Okay, this is YouTube is the biggest search engine after YouTube. I think there's another one here. On YouTube, should okay. That's a question. This is a question. Before the question, let me see more here. Happy to be here. Thank you so much. There's another one here. Create. Okay, no, this is a comment. Okay, so let's take questions quickly because we need to wrap this up. The next section is supposed to start shortly. But let's take this question, sir. On YouTube, should
On
one do
YouTube.
more? Okay, you can say it.
Yeah, so basically, yes, you should need to do more of educative video than selling. Now, let me tell you the secret. The secret is for every of these platforms that you are on, you must find a way to get people's information. So let's say, for example, you put up an educative video and you tell them that, look, did you find this information educative? Follow me on Instagram. Then you put your Instagram link, because you want to always move them from where they found you to a place that you are more comfortable with. But ultimately, what you want to do is to move them to your email list. The riches are in your email list. So you need to create a landing page with a freebie, right? So when they go on that educative video, you now tell them, oh, listen, thank you for watching this video. I have a free gift for you. To access that free gift, click on the link. When they click on the link, they will give you their email address. Once they give you their email address, they will receive the gift, and then you have their email address. And then going forward, you can now start sending them emails from time to time and sell to them.
Okay, great. I think there are a lot of questions that we have here, sir. Your section has generated a lot of questions. But we take them. I'll just shift the next section by some minutes, maybe some minutes. But let's take all the questions. I think this is very, very, very rich. So there's a question I'm putting down right there. What's the number? What's the maximum number of participants I can send WhatsApp broadcast to? That's another question, sir.
So you can send to each broadcast list. You can create 250 people per list, but you can create as many lists as possible. So when you've exhausted your first 250, create another list. Exhaust another 250, create another list. So you can create as thousands of broadcasts. So all you do is that once you create the broadcast, send it to this list, go to the next list, send the same broadcast, like that, like that, like that. Right? So that's that. You can send it to as many people as possible.
Okay, awesome, great. Sorry, I'm having a little lighting issues here, but we just need to wrap this up quickly. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's take this question quickly, sir. I have here. Once I import about 400 contacts through Excel into my Google Contacts by WhatsApp said I can't send a broadcast to those contacts. Can you throw more light on the reason?
It's because you are trying to send broadcast to them at once. So break it down, create a broadcast list of 250 first, then 150. So you have two broadcast lists, right? So once you create that broadcast list of 250, then create the other broadcast list of 150, that's the 400. Then you can send to them in batches. That's what you do.
Okay, I think, are there more questions? Let me see. Okay, I think, do I have more questions, please? Do I have more questions? I think that's all about the questions. The ninth. Okay, thank you, sir. I think there are no further questions. Thank you for your time. I thank you
Thank you for
for the
having me.
opportunity. Yeah, thank you, sir. You did jury justice. I'm so grateful for taking out time to be a part of this section. There are more things to do in 2022. At least you've created so much here today. I'm really very grateful for coming to add value. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. I
you're
appreciate it.
welcome. So if you want to follow
Yeah,
me
go
on
ahead.
Instagram. My Instagram is at I am the Othman. You can follow me on Instagram there at I am the Othman, right? Or you just search the Othman. I'll pop up and you see me. I look forward to interacting with all of you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, I think we need to wrap this up. Having a bit of lighting issues, but we'll sort this out. There's another question that came up, but I'm sorry, the section has to end now. Please, do you think the type electronic device plays a role? I don't understand that question, but we need to wrap this up right now, so I can sort out a few things before the next section. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. It's been an amazing section. We'll continue the next one. I think much later than that, so that I can sort out some of the devices issues. I'll post on the group when the next section is coming, and that's my section. I'll post on the group when that section is coming up. So let me sort out some device issues. Okay, I mean laptop or kind of phone. Chikodi, I can't take that question now. We need to wrap this up conversation right away. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone. Next section, I'm going to drop on the group when the next section is coming. I need to sort out some device issues here, and then we'll take up the next section. Gratefully, that's my section, so I'm going to come up live and then share my own part, and then we'll wrap up the summit. It's been an amazing time. Thank you so much, everyone, for who has joined this section. Please join my section, the next one. I'll post on the group when that section is coming up. Then we'll wrap up the summit. I believe it's been very valuable. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Coach Adegoke, for taking our time to be a part of this section. I'm grateful. Thank you. Bye-bye.